How you doing, folks? It's Cheech here. I'd like to talk to you about trailer safety today. Always, when you trailer your boat, say you have a boat in the marina or something, you want to be sure, if the tires have any dry rot. We had an incident on 95 South coming down to the Keys, Big Pine, where we lost the whole tire, just completely shredded. And I recommend, even if it has a little bit of dry rot, don't do it. We had a spare, and we put the spare on. We had a blowout. I moved to the side of the road. We were prepared for this. Now remember, bring a jack. Even if, always bring a jack. Be prepared if you go on a trip more than 300 miles. Because you really don't know. And just put it this way, it was a journey. I mean, we had a blowout, okay? And then, we jacked up the trailer. I'm gonna show you the trailer. It's fine, but we had the spare put on. The spare was also dry rotted. Wonder why? The trailer's been in storage for 10 years or so. And the tires, they didn't look bad, but the dry rot on the sidewall didn't even look bad either. So if you have a trailer and there's any dry rot and you're gonna tow, I recommend it. Just completely eliminate that issue, because we put on the spare, and the spare, after we got the spare on, we're like, we're good. Well, 5 minutes later, trying to get to the next exit, the spare blew on the same one we just changed. Now, now it's pretty stressful now. You're not even there yet, and you have a goal to get to those big fish. So if you think about it, now we're also jacking the trailer up again, moving, unloading all the stuff, and we put the spare on. Well, no, now, excuse me, we might have to, it doesn't matter. Now we have the spare on. Well, that one lasted 5 minutes. Guess what? Now we're stuck. So you have to use your app and ask Google, where's the nearest tire place? Well, it turns out there was a great place just an exit down. And the guy, we told him that we had 2 tires out. We needed 2 tires. Well, apparently, when we took off the spare, off that, you also be careful. Do not detach the trailer until you have the tire off. Because we're on an angle on 95, right? So think about this. You're at an angle and you're jacking up your boat trailer, and one wheel's on the grass, one's barely on the pavement, and you got trucks going by you at 80 miles an hour. Not too cool. The jack, we're gonna go get the tires. Once we unhooked with the jack under the trailer, this is a pro tip, just leave the tire on, even if it's blown, because once you take off the tongue weight, the boat went up, and when it lifted, the jack went sideways, and then boom, rotor on the floor. So our boat was pretty much had one tire on one side in the grass, and then the other side was completely laying on the ground. With the jack, we brought a heavy duty, I recommend heavy duty jack, and always bring a second one. Usually comes with your nice truck. And luckily we had one, brand new. So that's how we got to lift the trailer and then use the big jack once we got the tires. We received those tires, and we tipped them very well. He got a $20 tip. And he worked, and we got our tires in 10 minutes once we got there. So it was an hour delay, But if I had to go to any big box or any other place, when we would have been probably 3-hour delay. And this is 2020, and we are in 4th of July. We're in June. So 4th of July is coming up. So I recommend all boaters to always monitor your trailer tires, and also you don't want to have them flat. So you always have your tires, don't get a flat spot, but be sure on your trailer, because when you're towing a boat, you don't want to blow out. And that is my tips. Cheech is giving you some tips on how you can be successful towing your boat, because you don't want to blow out or two. Thank you, and I hope you've learned something.